Hey everyone! Well, we're here, we're back, and today we're doing another anti-MLM video, and for this video we'll be talking about Q Sciences. So it's been a minute since I've talked about Q Sciences here on the channel, and I always like to check the website just to see if they've added any new products or features or just new things in general. And there's two things that I want to talk about. It does appear that Q Sciences has added a new line to their list of products that they have, and just as a reminder, they are claiming to be like more of the health and wellness aspect of the MLM world, but as always, they will branch out and add different products such as skincare or makeup, or in this case, Q Sciences seems to have this new thing called Home Haven, or Welcome to Home Q Sciences. I almost said Q Essentials, Q Sciences. And it looks like, let's click on this, Q Home Refresh Pack 1, and it looks like just cleaning supplies. So they are now adding cleaning supplies to their product lineup. And I believe Scentsy also sells cleaning supplies. So for Q Sciences to add cleaning supplies to their health and wellness brand, I guess kind of makes sense, but for me it makes more sense for Scentsy to carry cleaning supplies or laundry products in their product line because it probably smells good and Scentsy is all about scents. But for Q Sciences to do it, it's a little odd to me. And also for $80, let's see what it comes with. Let Q help you save space, time, and the environment. Featuring our scented Q Laundry Wash Crisp. The Q Home Refresh Pack 1 includes Q Laundry Wash Crisp, Q Laundry Wash Dryer Balls, Q Multi-Surface Citrus, Q Multi-Surface Microfiber Cloth, and a spray bottle. So it looks like it just comes with laundry detergent, some sort of all-purpose cleaner, dryer balls, a microfiber cloth, and a spray bottle. For $80, you can get all of this stuff way cheaper at a lot of other places. And the fact that they're going to throw in a spray bottle, like, to me, that just kind of insulting, because you could easily just get a spray bottle for like $1 or $1.25 now at the dollar store. So throwing that in just because it says Q Sciences doesn't make it a better spray bottle just because it's from Q. And the other thing that I noticed when looking up Q Science's website was, you know, when you look on Google and it'll show you the location of the business or company that you're looking for, I saw Q Science headquarters. Literally, they are across the street from the doTERRA headquarters. And if that is not so telling that just these two horrible MLMs like to hold hands and probably talk to each other a lot, it's not surprising one bit. This is probably MLM Haven. I mean, it is in Utah, and Utah does have a lot of the headquarters of different MLMs. So seeing Q Sciences literally across a street, I don't know if that's a street or a highway, doesn't matter. Just seeing them across the street from each other is just funny to me, and kind of makes me wonder if maybe they share some sort of things with each other, and yet they're two totally separate businesses, totally unique, and each totally individual and amazing in their own way, according to the Huns. Also totally different and not like each other at all, but yet I wouldn't be surprised if they share ingredients of some of the products, share formulas, and really they could be similar formulas to similar things that Q and doTERRA sell. Could be. You never know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. The video we will be reacting to today is a Q Sciences training call. What the training is, I'm not too sure yet. More than likely, we will hear how great it is to be a part of Q Sciences, how appreciative they are of anyone who joins, how much their lives will be better for it, and how they need to get other people involved so that their lives can also be enriched by the wonders of Q Sciences. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you really, really like it, please subscribe. Make sure to check out my description below for all of my fun links. I have links to my Patreon, my channel members, my social medias, and my anti-MLM playlist, which last time I checked had over 170 videos. It may have 180, but we are getting close to 180 either way. And with all of that said, let's get started.
All right, you guys, we're going to jump right into this because we only have 30 minutes of precious time. So I'm going to do a super quick intro. If you don't know who she is, I think you all do by now. You guys, she is a mom of 2 boys. She's a Ruby ambassador. She's on our advisory council. She's been on the council for the last 4 years. She is amazing. If you guys saw her live, or that, not a live, but that video she did, she is just so well-spoken. I learned so much from her. And it speaks so much to the culture of our company and just who she is, how much she pours into my team, not being anywhere in my upline. She's just, she just really sets the tone of how we do things at Q and how different it is. So her and I were on.
But is she in your downline? I mean, I assume she's not a part of your team, like, directly at all, but it's interesting that she said, like, she pours into my team so much, but yet she's not a part of my upline. But realistically, all the people who are part of the downline are the ones pouring into you. I hate that term, but giving you so much more than just words and sayings and quotes, like the uplines like to do.
The phone yesterday chatting, and we were talking about you guys in this new group and how you're kicking ass, and also some of the differences and the challenges and of switching from one company to the other and what you're used to and how we do things differently. And she came up with a lot of really, really great points. And so I was like, hey, let's do a call. She said, let's do it. So you're up.
Hi. I literally, you guys are going to laugh. Well, okay. Oh, hold on. Oh gosh, Zoom was trying to get me to add an effect. I don't know what was happening. Okay. So first of all, you guys are going to laugh because I'm literally on the side of the freeway. I am driving to meet a new business partner of mine and a few of her friends at lunch. And then we have a little event going on. So I've got my kid in the back. Say hi. Hi. So literally I got a little few bars of signal and I was like,
why couldn't you just do this at home? Why are you like, oh, this is hilarious, I'm on the side of the freeway with my kid? I mean, more than likely I'm going to assume she's not literally on the side of the freeway doing this, because that's really dangerous and really stupid to do. And I just don't know why they think that it's such a flex. Like, I believe she's trying to prove, like, you really can do this from anywhere. But why would someone want to do this? Like, isn't the whole point is that you have time freedom and you can do this at the luxury of your own time? For me, having to pull off to the side of the freeway to jump on a Zoom call to be a part of this is not the free time and the my business part of it that they love to sell. Like, to me, I'd be like, I have to just drop everything, pull off to the side of the freeway, and film these kind of things at the drop of a hat? Like, no, thank you.
Pulled over and put my hazards on fast so I could do this without, oh no. Oh my gosh, you guys literally just thought I was about to get pulled over. I was like, oh God, they're about to kick me up. Nope.
Maybe if you were at home doing this, that would have been better. Maybe if you prioritized your time better. Like, I assume she knew that this phone call was going to happen. And if she didn't, then she should have told the other woman, like, hey, I actually have a really busy day. Can we reschedule this? Because I can promise you, I have seen quite a bit of training calls, opportunity calls, Zoom calls, team calls. You guys probably have too. These can wait. The topics can always wait. They are not mandatory, need to hear the moment that it comes out of their mouth wherever they are. Like, she could have waited until she was in her driveway, until she was sitting at home, until she was just somewhere else that isn't the side of the freeway. That maybe she really is on the side of the freeway. That's scary.
Never mind, just an ambulance. Okay, hi everyone. Okay, this actually probably won't even be a full 30 minutes. I am excited to share this with you guys because I have learned a lot. Hey, bud, will you turn down a tiny bit and I'll talk a little quieter also? That way we both can hear our things. Thank you. So I have learned a ton over the past 4 years. Obviously, lots of different people from different companies coming over, but specifically the company that you guys came from, I have learned a little bit.
You think it's Monate? I wish that they would say, they always just say the other company, a different company. Say the name of the company. Call them out.
But structurally and just comparatively and all the things, which is why I felt comfortable creating the video that I did to kind of debunk maybe some of the misconceptions that had been spread around a little bit, just because I felt I was confident in that. And when I was talking with one of the really common things that comes up, and I know this does with my team as well, and anyone that's come from this company in particular, is the biggest shift is that obviously we lead with the business. And not to say that you guys didn't, because a lot of you guys actually did really well, especially via social media and primarily social media, sharing your business journey, talking about it. I know you guys had like all these strategic like business posts even, and lots of things people could do. But you guys know what I mean. It was very different, right? It wasn't this kind of business-minded type of approach. And
isn't that what every single MLM talks about, is to have a business mindset, make this a business, this is your business? So they really do believe that they are different than every other MLM out there. Whatever MLM they are a part of, they believe they're different. But if you take out the name of these MLMs, you would have no idea what company they're actually a part of. When I first did my very first Q Sciences video, before I even posted it, I was looking for videos to react to for Arbonne, and I found the Q Sciences one that I did end up reacting to, and I sat through it, and I think I even filmed it, and then at a certain point, I realized this isn't for Arbonne. This is for a different MLM, and at the time, I had never heard of Q Sciences. So I was like, I can't do this. I can't claim that this is Arbonne when it's Q Sciences, and I only knew that it was a different MLM because I believe she just said Q and then she said a specific name of a product. Luckily, they actually talked about the product in the video for like a split second. And so I looked it up, and that's how I found out about Q Sciences. But again, without saying specific names of products, you would have no idea what MLM it's a part of, because they share all the same information among all MLMs. They're all the same, and it's all mainly focused on the recruiting aspect, and products will be thrown in here or there just to remind you that products are a part of it.
And what I find is that most people, when they transition over, are like, oh my gosh, this is so refreshing. This is so fun. My warm market's coming over. People want to do this as a business. Oh my gosh, this girl was only ever my customer. I'm shocked she even wanted to do the business. I guess she just didn't want to do the business with me there. She wanted money like everyone, but they didn't want to do that business. Okay, well, this is really exciting and it's so refreshing. And then
it's because it's something new, because probably a lot of people don't know that it is an MLM, or maybe it is a product that interests them more than the previous company. I'm going to assume they're talking about Monat. I don't know. You never know. I mean, obviously, whatever the other company they're talking about is clearly different than Q Sciences, and maybe not one of the health and wellness ones that are carbon copies of each other. So Monat, being primarily hair care and skincare based, is different than Q Sciences, that is more of the like vitamin. I believe they have CBD stuff, so they focus more on that, and now apparently laundry. So I guess that does make them different and could be what they're talking about. Also interesting that she made a comment, be like, your warm market is interested in this again. Yeah, because it's something new, it's something different, it's a different product, and maybe a lot of them don't know about Q Sciences being an MLM. Like, it's not as common of an MLM like some of the other bigger ones, but I do think a lot of people know about them now. I hope. I do think a lot more people started to talk about Q Sciences. Good. As they should, and calling them out. Because Q Sciences, they do believe that they truly are different. They have this secret sauce and they're better than everyone. They just have this air of arrogance about them. A lot of the reps do. Because they're told we're different, we're special, and it gets in their head and it makes them feel airy and light and like, we are clearly better because we have a one-page compensation plan. Unlike all those other disgusting companies that have a 2 or 3 pager. Gross. They're different because they have a 1-page compensation plan where just looking at it, you can tell that the way that people make money is, surprise, surprise, recruiting.
It sometimes happens in 2 months. It sometimes happens in 6 months. It sometimes happens just in a couple of days. This kind of scarcity feeling sets in, and it's like, why am I not mass enrolling a dozen people a day? Like, why can't I get a customer? I used to be the top enroller. I was enrolling people 24/7. What the heck is happening? And
well, if you were enrolling people 24/7 and you were a great salesperson for your previous company, why would you leave? Because if you're doing so well in that other company, why would you leave?
that is when most of the time some sort of reinventing of some sort of wheel begins to start. And let's try this, let's try that, let's incorporate this, let's incorporate that. Well, I know this worked, so maybe it would work here. And that's not always a bad thing, because I clearly don't know everything. No one in Q does. And that's what's so cool about new leaders coming in, is the innovation, is the difference, is the perspective, fresh perspective in a beginning. And I mean it when we say, like, we want founding partners to help us continue to shape the culture here. Our 5 F's, who we are, the integrity, the pillars, that doesn't change. That culture's sticking, ready or not. And if you're not that person, you're going to be purged out. Trust me. But the culture around what we do and our systems and what works and what doesn't, and via social media and how that all looks, is always evolving and always changing. But one thing that's so cool about Q is that every single leader in every single council uses the same system. And how crazy is that?
It's not that crazy. It's what they all do. And in general, that's what every MLM does. You guys all use the same systems. Different products, same systems.
Literally send a friend of hers from Texas to my lunch I'm about to have, and nothing I say will make them go, oh, I like it your way instead of Brittany's. Instead, it will edify Brittany's process, and they'll go, oh, shoot, okay, well, shoot, I guess I just have to do it. And it's really cool that way, because, you know, in a lot of companies, it's just throwing spaghetti at the wall, and then a new person pops up who's doing something new, and it's like, oh my God, Haps, what a cool thing. Let's all do that now. And we try that, and then that stops working. Then this starts, you guys know what I mean, right? So it's really cool that for 4 years now, I'm using the exact same system, the exact same way, and having the same consistent results. That's pretty crazy and unheard of, right? So the biggest thing I wanted to tell you guys to kind of encourage and just give you a little bit of perspective, but also some ideas that I think might help, and a little freedom to maybe use some of your skills and innovation and ideas that you have that you could bring to the plate, is the first point is never forget where you came from. Okay, this is and I know you guys haven't. You're fresh, you're new blood, you're excited. You know, you are acutely aware of where you came from. But I mean, peel back the layers a little bit more with a fresh perspective of where you came from. You're gonna have to take off the MLM hat a little bit, which is scary. Let me tell you guys, the first time I had to take off my MLM hat, it was so embarrassing. Ugh, don't tell anyone this. Just kidding. You can tell whoever. It's still embarrassing. I kind of alluded to this in my live, but I didn't tell you guys who my mentor was that I was talking to and what I said to him to get this response. I literally messaged Jake Spencer on the last day of the month when I was like 4 months in, and I had hit the rank of platinum in 90 days. And then a couple months later, I was going to lose it. And you guys know our comp plan.
But were you working super, super hard and doing all the things that you were supposed to do? How would you lose the rank if you were working so hard and you were such a dedicated person, and you get what you put into it, but yet you were going to lose the rank? Is it because people left? People didn't want to do this anymore? People paid the starter kit cost and decided they didn't want to do it? Or a bunch of people were not buying into it anymore, so you weren't hitting the sales quotas that you needed to? Could it be all of that, and because you can't control what other people do on the outside? So it really is not about you just being a hard worker. It's about everybody else staying and just putting more money into this business. I'm gonna go with that.
And platinum is 100,000 in volume. Okay. I was not maxed out in any of my legs, and I was at 96,700. And I was like, okay, like so close. And it was about to be midnight. And I texted Jake, and
things like that could be why people will just buy $4,000 worth of product or get a friend or family member to do that, like a couple of them, because otherwise it might look a little weird if like one person spends $4,000 at like 11 p.m. But it's things like that. You may look like you're really, really good because you've promoted to this rank, but there are a lot of ways that people can get to that rank. People can basically buy rank. They can be sneaky about it. They can do specific things. I'm not saying that she did that, but I'm saying that it definitely could be a way that people get to their ranks. Because if you are that close, but yet you're going to lose rank because you're only 4,000 behind. it's why people just get on their downlines so hard and expect them to do so much so that their upline can hit or maintain rank, and it puts a lot of pressure on the downlines, and it's completely unfair because it's not the downline's job to keep their upline at the rank that they're at.
And I was like, this is PTSD. And he was like, PTSD of what? What do you mean by that? And I'm like, working so hard to the very last minute, still coming a little bit short, feeling like, you know, you're banging your head against the wall and everyone's checked out, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God.
All of that seems completely reasonable, and I completely agree with that version of hers, that she was working so hard to achieve these very intensive or these very extreme sales goals that she and other people have to meet in order for her to maintain or rank advance. And so she was upset, rightfully so, with the person. I don't know if he's the one that created the compensation plan. He might have been, and very proud of it. But that is the case. Working so hard, you're doing all the right things, and you're all into this business trying so hard, and you still don't get to the point that you believe you should be at. But yet they will somehow, some way make it the individual's fault for not achieving the rank that they tried so hard during the month to achieve. And she may say that that's what the president said, is that like, well, did you do this or did you do that? Or, you know, you're putting all this negative energy out there, so that's why you didn't achieve it. Let's find out.
Embarrassing. Who was I was literally texting Jake Spencer this, like, whoa, still makes me nauseous. But he knew me, and he knew I came in coachable, and he knew I came in ready to do it completely different than I had ever done it before. I didn't have any ego in regards to that. So what his response was literally, and I quote, "Take off your MLM hat because it's blinding me." And I was like, literally like, talk about being stopped. I was like teary-eyed feeling.
So then you did blame her for it. And how is her MLM hat, how is her having the MLM mindset going to help her achieve $4,000 in a few hours? How is that going to change anything?
Teary-eyed, feeling like a failure, riddled with scarcity. And that's the response he shoots me. So that's actually just a sidebar note that you want to be so egoless that your upline will tell you those straight things, because it still is a good reminder for me 4 days later. And if I was like not in a place where I could hear that, and for him to be that direct to me, he wouldn't have said that. He would have used his intuition to just go, "I'm so sorry, and we'll make it up, and next month will be better, and set your goals to the future. Let's focus on your why," blah, you know?
At least you went bleh for all that, because I agree. But honestly, what he said to you, it makes no difference than adding it to all those other things he went bleh at.
But he knew he could be real with me and told me the truth, and it still sticks with me today. So let go of the ego. That's big, but that's another training for another day, right? I learned a lot of that from Britt. Okay, so when I say all that, he said, "You're a business owner. If you owned a McDonald's franchise, you wouldn't be going up 33% every single month. If you did that, you'd need a new building every quarter. Take off the MLM hat, put on your business hat, and get back to work. Business fluctuates. It's life." That was big for me, and that impacted me. So that's what I mean by take off your MLM hat, is we need to talk business for a second. So I want you guys to think back of.
So you're saying that MLM and business are two different things. Okay.
Where you came from. How do you mass enroll in that previous company? Okay. This is kind of what I've boiled it down to based on what I've learned from the people I know that have come over. Number one, social media influence. Really, that can't be duplicated. Some of you guys are so legit on social media. You make a post, you get a sale. You make a post, you get other people at least interested. You're used to that. 99% of people are not used to that. That's why the whole culture there was built off of an influencer application, because it was about teaching people to be influencers. The problem is a 70-year-old woman who doesn't know how to use Facebook probably isn't going to be an influencer, and poor chick can't make money anywhere. And so it really can't be duplicated long term unless you attract the same type of people who will do the same thing on social media and burn themselves out because their thumbs hurt. They never put their phone down. They're always doing content. Do I think content's important? Yes, but just follow me for a second, okay? Not knocking social media, because I actually want you guys to use it more, and I'm going to tell you about that in a second. So social media influence. Number two, constantly leading with the product. product. This is what we do. I need product testers for this, 10 more product testers for this, as if you guys like have a coupon code that's about to run out. You're like, I have 10 more spots. Wasn't it? That was like a common thing, right? 10 more spots. Not true. You want to enroll like 50 people, but for some reason it really worked, man. Give some people a little bit of your scarcity and they're like, boom, I can't miss out on that. 10 more spots, right? Product testing posts, like, to a lot of people, maybe the business wasn't even attractive for them to want to post about. You guys knew the products that worked, but it's like you weren't posting a lot of rank ups necessarily every single month, every single day. So like, what else are you going to talk about? The gummies, I don't know, right? Like, that's what I would do.
Oh, is it works? Is that the other company? Okay. I mean, it works as the health and wellness one, so I guess it is like a logical thing to jump to Q Sciences, but it's interesting that I mean, I guess they do have arguably different products. I guess I'll give them that, but I mean, it's all kind of the same nonsense mumbo jumbo products of take this and you'll lose 1,000,000 pounds in 2 seconds. Okay, so she said the company basically without saying the company, because again, It Works is very, very known for their weight loss gummy, chew 2 to 3 gummies a day for 2 to 3 weeks and lose 50 pounds. I'm only slightly exaggerating with that, but that is basically what the whole point of It Works is when it comes to the gummies.
Okay, so that was that. The third main way that people would build starts with an A. I mean, not an A, starts with an H. It ends with an apps. The apps, okay? I'm not going to spend a lot of time there because I don't know, maybe the person that founded that whole thing is on this Zoom and that's embarrassing. I'm not knocking it, but it was kind of this duplicable thing that people did within your company where they were able to get into other people's networks, which is actually really smart and inventive and all of the things. Whoever came up with it, because it's like, well, maybe I've tapped my warm market, but what if I could get somebody to help me tap into theirs, hence referrals, etc. The problem is that it doesn't make the business any more attractive, because even though you're mass enrolling more customers this way, and the way you're enrolling them, this is key, the way you're enrolling them is you're finding people that are broke, because what were the posts? Who wants to win $500? Do you think Brittany and Nick are spending their days finding posts on Facebook?
Okay, it's definitely It Works then. Okay, thank you for telling me what the company is without ever actually saying the company, except for I just wish you would have said the name of the company. But I do, this is fueling my joy that you guys know that I love of one MLM company talking crap on another MLM company. So she's talking about all the things that they do to get people to join and probably why that's not a great thing and why they don't do it in Q Sciences. They do other things, but it's going to arguably be generally the same thing that they do, and It Works, just with a slight twist of something different.
Book that will give them $500. Well, no, because they don't really need $500. I need them to send me $500. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I mean, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. That is true. It's I don't want to give you $500. I want you to give me $500. Also, those posts on Instagram or Facebook that say leave a comment of your dog's name and you could be entered to win $500. I did that for someone, I was following them, they were a part of It Works, and I commented, and then they messaged me saying, to be entered to win this $500, will you post this post for me? And then more than likely nobody wins the $500, or if they do, they're probably already in the company and it's this weird thing. I don't know. I doubt that they're actually in it, or that they actually even give the $500 to somebody. And if they do, good, and I think they should, because I mean, you're putting it out there that that's what someone's gonna win, then somebody should win it. But I was like, yeah, that's pretty misleading when you say, just call me your dog's name to be entered for a chance to win. But really, it shared this post on your feed so that your warm market can be attracted to me, or I can attract your warm market. Something like that. Whatever I'm trying to say.
They don't really need $500. So who did those posts attract? And I'm not knocking people that are broke, because I was there and network marketing got me out of that. So I'm not saying that, but who are the people that are coming? They're the ones that need money, not that have money ready to invest. So you're attracting this group of people, and then they're coming in and they're trying these products through someone else's network. But are they thinking, oh yeah, I definitely want to post one of those giveaways, that looks super fun. I love to bait and switch people into thinking it's a giveaway and really they have to do something for me to get an entry. That seems like the business I want to be in. Well, no, they don't think that. And so because of that, they don't join you in the business, but then they become a customer, right? So they would become your customer, but they just...
Why is that a bad thing though? Like, why is attracting someone to be your customer, like, she's kind of making it seem like, oh, well, they're just your customer. Like, that's never how you should think of someone when you have a legit business. Like, just be, oh, they're just a customer. Like, that's everything for people when they have their own business, or at least it should be, is having customers, having loyal customers. You would never ever just consider somebody, oh, they're just a customer. Like, it's nothing. Like, absolutely not.
Didn't necessarily want to do what you were doing in order to get money, or they didn't think they could be you because you were so good on social media that they were like, well, I could never do what she does. Hence the like celebrity-esque status model that was also in that company, the Untouchables. Some of you guys are those people, by the way. Okay, so moving on.
Well, apparently not if they're jumping ship to Q Sciences.
They also maybe... Well, okay, so then your customers would come in, you guys would mass enroll, right? But the customers would stick around, I found, primarily through retention because that auto ship was required. And I don't know if that changed recently, but to have an auto ship that's required for multiple months, I'm pretty sure you guys would even teach people, like, don't forget to mass enroll still, because remember, in 3 months, the purge happens. Don't forget the drop off, the fallout in 3 months. So now we got to replace all those people. And so it was kind of this long going wheel of, you have to think from a business perspective, is that the mass enrolling I'm missing truly here? Or am I actually going to get more volume and more money with less people here? And if I focus on quality over quantity.
In all MLMs, it's quantity over quality. We know that.
So that's the scarcity part. That's the MLM part. Something's wrong with me. I'm not mass enrolling. So-and-so is going quicker. Something maybe is wrong with, you might even get here. You're not going to be there yet because y'all are too excited, but I'm warning you, maybe something's wrong with Q. Maybe the system doesn't really work as much because I used to really enroll. Maybe it couldn't possibly be that I've tapped my warm market and I'm running out of credibility and influence, so I don't have as much influence as this person, which is why they're ranking, and I have to rebuild that because I just spammed everyone for 4 years, so no one wants to partner with me. It couldn't possibly be that. Maybe it's the products because I'm not mass enrolling, right? So then this starts to come up. Okay, I don't mean to like knock everything that's been done in your previous venture, but I want to bring to light a couple things I think could be a potential solution, because I agree, it's fun to enroll a lot of people. Let's enroll a lot of people, but this is what I think would be this is my attempt at what I think is a good solution if you guys are even feeling some of this. And you may not be feeling like you're not enrolling a lot. Maybe you are, and that's great. One of the things I think it's really important to know, business hat again, MLM hat off, business hat on. Our customer program in Q 10 years from now is going to be significantly better. I mean,
that's not a great way to promote. Like, something 10 years from now is going to be better. It's going to be like the best thing ever. It's like, well, that doesn't help me now. That doesn't help me with what's going on right now, today. Great that in 10 years from now you claim it's going to be better, but that doesn't help me right now.
I mean, think about what our customer program will look like in 10 years, knowing a little bit of what you know about Q. Number one, innovation. Our product line will be so much better than it is because we continue to innovate, and we're not afraid to spend money to update current products when new science becomes available, even if it puts us out of pocket as a company.
I feel like a bunch of companies do that in general. Like, that's not a new concept that is only specific to Q Sciences and this whole we're innovating, we're adding new products. That's what a bunch of MLMs do. They want to add as many different kinds of products to their company as they can to attract all kinds of people. Like, you don't like hair care? Don't worry, we have skincare. You don't like that? Don't worry, we have laundry. You don't like that? Don't worry, we have pills that make you lose weight. You don't like that? Well, we have clothes. Like they want to tap into everything so that it's kind of like a one-stop shop, which is funny because then they will claim to hate on Target and Walmart, which is a convenience thing because you can buy anything you need, all the things, clothes, pills that make you lose weight, hair care, skincare at Walmart and Target. But no, see, it's better when you can do that through an MLM website. That makes them totally still different than Target and Walmart, yet they sell a lot of the same things. Like, you can quit shopping here, but spend more money over here, and it's clearly better because it's an MLM and you're making money. When in reality, you are losing money, spending more money on products that you can get cheaper at places like Walmart and Target. And if you decide to work at Walmart and Target part-time, not only would you probably get an employee discount so things are even cheaper, but you would actually make money because they would pay you to work there instead of you paying to work for an MLM. So really it just seems that MLMs are trying more and more over time to just have more of a variety of product so that more people are interested in them, yet it will just kind of turn them into a generic one-stop shop store that they all love to hate on and claim that it's a disgusting big corporation and you should not buy from them. Ew. Instead, buy from our overpriced MLM.
To do the right thing for the field because integrity. So our products will continue to get better. Number two, we're building our entire own back office. We will own the rights to all of our IT. So if you guys don't think that free shipping, no PC fee, and 2-day shipping is going to be the case in Q Sciences, and we will go up against Amazon, not other freaking MLMs. We don't need to compare ourselves to MLMs. We're going to go up against the Amazons in the world. If you don't think that's the case, I'm warning you now, it is the case.
I mean, is that really what you want to do, though? Isn't the whole point is that you want to be different than Amazon or Target or Walmart? Instead, you're just going to turn into them and be a direct competitor? I don't know. You really are just competing with the other MLMs and other stores and things like that, but you're not special and unique because you're trying to get 2-day shipping. My guess is a bunch of other MLMs out there are trying to get the 2-day and free shipping. Like, that's not that is the next logical progression in the MLM world, is that they will eventually get to the free shipping, 2-day shipping thing that Amazon has. So it's not that, like, whoa, good for you for doing that. It's just the next logical thing. And here's another thing. If you owned your own business and you sold your own products, you could choose to do free shipping. You could choose to, obviously you can't guarantee when the product will get to the customer, but you could promise that, if you were to buy on a Monday, that product will be shipped out on a Tuesday. It will be shipped out the next business day. You could promise that to your customers. When it comes to an MLM, you have no say over when that product gets to the customer. It leaves the warehouse when it leaves the warehouse. Whatever the company decides that happens, that's on them. You have no say over that part. But if you had your own business, you would have all that control.
So our customer program is going to be significantly more attractive 10 years from now. I don't know why your last company's customer program still isn't attractive. They're like 30 years old. So that's weird. But anyways,
I love it. It shocked me, but I love it. It's like, you have a 30-year-old company and you guys still don't even have this, but we are like kind of a newer company. Like, I think they've only been around for 4 or 5 years, and they're like, we're already working towards this. And it's like, maybe is working towards it. But again, I feel like a lot of MLMs are like, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And they're like, people are still signing up. People are still paying these shipping prices. So why change it when we can just get a bunch of money from these people?
Business opportunity, though. Our business opportunity, let's be honest, 10 years from now, significantly less attractive. Do I think it's going to be much more sustainable than other MLMs I've seen because it's volume-based? Because people will still be able to make money quickly, because there's always people new with warm markets, like me when I joined my company after a decade of them being in business, and I still reached the top.
You at least like, and by you I mean her, she at least is saying a lot of MLM truths, is that there will always be new people with warm markets. That's the whole point of MLMs and having a constant rotating downline down here is that you're getting new people with warm markets who then can sell the product to those people, get new people to join, and the uplines are consistently getting the commission from those new people rotating in and out.
The top, sure. People will still come in 10 years from now and win in Q Sciences, especially with the culture that we've paved. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It will be different in our company when we're 30 years old than your previous company.
You can't say that for sure. You cannot say that for sure. And I mean, she's seeming pretty confident about this, but you don't know what's going to happen in 10 years from now. A bunch of MLM companies probably thought in 10 years we're going to be the greatest one ever, and then they're shut down. So you don't know. There could be lawsuits that can prevent you from doing all the things that you wanted to do because you have to pay to get them to basically shut up. You don't know. You can't make these promises that you're going to be the best MLM company out there. You can't.
But it will be different. Timing is timing is timing.
But also keep saying 10 years from now, 10 years from now. So you want these people to stay for 10 years on the hope that things are going to be just the greatest thing ever? They're not going to.
So that is why we lead with the business. It's not because we couldn't go get a bunch of customers if we wanted to. But our customer program is only going to get better. Our business program opportunity is going to be significantly less attractive 10 years from now. It's just the truth. And no one wants to tell the truth in this industry. They want to say they're still ground floor when they're 30 years old. And we know.
I mean, you make a solid argument there. But weird that she's saying that, because then, like, if I were to have just paid a starter kit cost to get into Q Sciences and be all excited for this, and then she's saying, like, the people will not be attracted like to the business opportunity 10 years from now, and the whole point of getting into these companies is to hopefully stay for the longevity of it, but she's saying, like, oh, but people are not going to join underneath your team, but the customer side of it's going to be really beneficial to customers, as it should be, and the business side should not be the main part of it. But it's an interesting sales tactic or just comment that she's making to people who just joined from a different MLM.
We know it's not true. So teach your team how to use the system that we have to get customers. This is what's so interesting to me, is that people think that our QIQs, our business presentations, will only generate ambassadors. It's actually not true. What's cool about our system is that we don't prejudge and force people into one way or the other. We don't say, I need product testers, and then now that you love the products, will you please stay on auto ship, and do you want to work the business? But we also don't go business. I'm like, what do you mean? We don't have products to sell. Get over here. We need stock comp plan only. We don't do either. We invite people to see the big picture of Q. Here's who we are. Here's the owners. Here's a little bit of our product suite. Did I mention sleep? You're going to learn how to present more and more as you get into this. And as you guys get higher ranked, you work with Jake, you're going to know all these power statements Britt uses and I use in our presentations that were gifted to us by Jake Spencer. Why do we talk specifically about the sleep spray? Why do we throw out that nod about a product kind of showing a difference? Why do we do the things we do throughout the presentations? It's all strategic. But somebody might hear sleep spray on a presentation and go, I want nothing to do with the business, but I want to be your customer. Let's buy the sleep spray. Somebody else is going to come and be like, I don't know what you were talking about with the products. I heard want. And then I heard infinite levels in depth. I'm in, right? Like those are going to be the people.
Did you say infinite levels of dough?
I heard want. And then I heard infinite levels in depth. I'm in, right?
Infinite levels and done. I'm in. I don't know what, I mean, I don't know why that would be the attractive part, but I do love how she's saying that they mention both products and the opportunity to get both customers and people to sign up underneath them. That's what every single MLM does. I mean, yeah, maybe more certain ones focus more on the business side of things, but if somebody wants to purchase the product and give that person commission, the person's not going to say no. They also need a certain amount of sales if they have downlines in order to rank up. So of course they're going to talk both about the products and the opportunity. So that's not super unique to Q Sciences.
I'm in, right? Like those are going to be the people. Some people are going to come and be like, yep, you're so crazy. Good luck to you. Goodbye, block. Like that's fine too. Our job is not to mass enroll. It's not to enroll customers. It's not to enroll ambassadors. Our job is to expose people to the big picture of Q, because we're the ones with gold in our pocket and it's a time race. Who can show the most people Q Sciences in the next 10 years? You or me? Let's go. You expose people to the big picture and then let the chips fall. No scarcity. Oh, okay. Are you interested in the products? You're interested in that? Neither? Sounds great. How are your kids? No convincing statements, no objection, no whole boards app just about how to convince people to buy, even when they said no.
Well, at least you say that, but your goal is just to tell every single person about Q Sciences for 10 years, and the goal is who can tell the most people in 10 years. You expect these people to stay for 10 years? Nah.
Nope. Instead, expose them to the big picture, let the chips fall, and then teach your team. This is big. If you're a leader, teach your team how to turn people that come to the presentation and are not interested in the business into a customer. The biggest way I ever have gotten customers in Q Sciences is with all my no's. My people that don't want the business. Some people just go, okay, you don't want the business, boom, next to the next person, because they're a recruiter. And what you guys want to learn and to teach your people to do is, oh, you don't want the business? No problem. Do me a favor. Can you replace the collagen product you're taking with the one we have? Be my customer. You can get your money back in 30 days. There's no subscription required or anything weird. I would love your honest review on it because that will just help me. I'm collecting reviews to build my business. Would you be open?
Well, that's a lie. That's a lie. It's not your product. You're not collecting anything. Like, yes, it does benefit you, and you'll get a commission from that person. But yeah, you're not collecting reviews and all. That's a lie.
To be open to that. Right? So teach your team how to turn a no or a not interested into a customer after they've been exposed. But I even use our same QIQ system.
So then the idea is to get them to buy, keep them buy. Like, how much you like this? Remember, like, you, and like, isn't this great? And keep looking at me and what I'm doing. Isn't my business like blowing up? And you know how you said no? Like, you could say yes now. The idea is she's trying to not scare off the new people and trying to make Q Sciences sound different, that like they're really more customer focused, and yes, they want people to join the business, but like don't put that much pressure on them and all this stuff. Like, it all may sound different, but at the core of it all, if you want money, you have to recruit and you have to have people underneath you in order to rank advance. So you can say all you want up and down that like, oh, it's really just to find customers and just share and promote Q Sciences. If you want money, you have to recruit.
For people who message me about products. So like, let's say I use my sleep spray in my stories. They're like, what is that? I'm like, oh, it's our sleep spray. Super legit. Tastes like mint. Knocks me out. Oh, like it's incredible. Oh my God. How much is it? Oh, it's $20, $10 fee. Blah, blah, blah. You're looking like $40 for a year or for a month's supply. What do you think? Is that fit in your budget? How long have you struggled with sleep? Right? We're doing our sales thing. Y'all know you've done this. The people that message you and they say they want to be a product tester, what's the process? You're walking them through, you send the PDF, whatever you got to do. But you want to know what I do before I send my link? I will not send my link. Is I say, you know what? It's actually really good timing that you message me about the sleep spray today, because my mentor is actually doing a quick little overview tonight. Our owner and president of the entire company is going to be on. Girl, we have way more products than just the sleep spray for sleep.
Remember earlier when she was talking crap about It Works doing the, get in now, I need 10 product testers, but she's like, you really need more. Like, you could have 50 to say, like, good thing you messaged me now, because it just so happens that our president is on this call with my mentor, and they're going to talk about all the products, and it's like, yeah, they do that all the time. It's not just like the person just happened to message you and lucky you, the president and whoever and whatever are doing a Zoom call. They do that all the time. So it's a way to get them excited on the products and the business idea and make them seem special, that they just happen to message her at the right time. Every time is the right time.
For sleep, for energy, for stress, for whatever, will you hop on and take a look before you order? I want you to see the other stuff we've got.
Do you know, why can't they just go to the website? Why can't you just say, we also have, if you need energy, if you need alertness, if you need, I was going to say different kinds of sleep. There should be only one kind of sleep, good sleep. But why can't she just say, we have other products, go to the website and you will see them? Instead, she's like, before you purchase, go to this Zoom call and then you can learn about all the products. Like, why would anyone want to do that?
What do you think? Right? So I'm actually funneling someone I could maybe just close real quick for a sleep spray. I'm making them wait, showing I don't have any scarcity or desperation for them to buy, and I'm funneling them into the system. Why? Number one, it could upsell them because now they want the core and the sleep spray.
Why can't you just upsell them? Why can't you also say, hey, just, when you look at the website, there are also other products. Like, don't overwhelm a new customer. Like, if they want to purchase it, they're going to purchase it. And guess what? If they want something else and it's in their budget, they'll also get something else. Or they may want to try out the sleep spray, see if it even works, and then you probably message them, ask them how they're feeling after 2 weeks, and then say like, oh, in case you're interested, we also have this spray that does this, and it could benefit you in your day-to-day life. But instead you're like, oh, I don't want to like pressure them too much about buying, but I'm going to make them sit on a Zoom call.
Or number two, they go, holy shit, I really need a supplemental income. I've been crying for this, praying for it. I just didn't think I could do your last business. This seems different because you were muted and that girl Brittany was talking. So like, can I just invite to those things like you did? Ding, 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 ding. And I don't have to post or anything. I can just invite people to hear that girl, right? 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 I don't have to have your following. I don't have to fill in the blanks, right? Light bulbs go off galore, you guys. It's wild, okay? The second way I get customers is by screening people properly. Because if I get a business partner that's really eager, and I know you guys have a lot of those now because they're so excited to partner with you and all the things, I won't give them my website and I follow the system and I say, okay, so this is what you're looking at. $185 minimum USD investment. Yes or no? What's your budget like? Oh God, there's no way I could pull that off. I thought your post said $10. You'll notice that's why Britt and I never posted it's $10 to join. Success leaves cues. Go look at every council member, see if we've posted about it being $10 to join. We don't.
Well, because if it's not $10 to join, you shouldn't do that.
We might say you can partner with us significantly for cheaper, and that our yearly fee to join was just significantly slashed. So talk to me about what that would look like for you investment wise. But as a business owner, I don't need people to come to me with $10 to join. I need people to come to me with $185 to join. So what I say is it's $185 to join. Can you afford that? Yes or no? No, I really can't. I thought your post said $10. Well, yeah, it's $10, but you know what?
Wait, so then you did say it was $10? I'm confused.
What I would do is if you could afford 20, 25, would that work? Yes. Okay. Because if you're only looking at 10, can I up it to 25? This is what we're going to do. Don't sign up as an ambassador. It's actually free to sign up as a customer right now.
I mean, I would hope so. I would hope it's free to be a customer. That's ridiculous if you had to like pay a fee to be a customer of these ridiculously priced, like overpriced MLMs. My words, I'm starting to lose them.
Want you to go buy a sleep spray. Even if you don't struggle with sleep, someone in your house does, I'm sure. Go buy a sleep spray.
Okay, absolutely not. No, wouldn't you want to buy a product that is something that you personally would use instead of telling someone to use something else and then to use it on a family member or something, or have a family member use it? Like, you should personally use the products that you are selling, aka promoting, as they like to claim. Like, you should personally use those products.
It's going to be around $30 including shipping. Get that product, get your testimonial. You're going to love how the products work. In the meantime, start saving money. Come up with the 185. I've got some people selling furniture. I've got people picking up shifts, like whatever you got to do to get a top spot as soon as possible in my organization. Go find those funds. And when you have the real funds to make the full investment, we'll upgrade you. So one of two things happens. Want to know what it is? Number one, they're like, well, let me just see if I have those funds because I really want that top spot. And oh, lo and behold, there was the 185 you were looking for. Looks like they did have an extra shift they could pick up. And it looks like they really do want to make this work, but they just saw your post for $10. So why would they spend more during Christmas? Right? Or number two, they're like, okay, yeah, that's way better. And you give them the out and they take it. And then how many of those people do you think actually end up upgrading? Not very many. And so thank goodness, right? You were able to screen them and weed them out of the process. So it's kind of genius because now, oh, look, I built my customer base And instead of having a bunch of ambassadors signing up for $10 that haven't done crap, and now no one's getting paid because you don't get paid on the $10. It doesn't have volume. And then you're setting all your people up for success. I'm going to tell you guys my woe story really quickly. And then
Isn't the point that you're offering somebody the opportunity to change their life for the better, and it's just about helping people and making people, like, changing their lives and being miracle workers and all that? I'm just adding words. But, like, it's just like to screen people and be like, do you really want to do this business? Okay, so do this, and then we'll see if you actually want to do it. And it's like, because you're not going to make money off of $10. It's like, then don't say it's $10. Don't put that out there and attract people. You're trying to get those people who obviously are going to be interested at the $10 price point than the $200 price point. So you're misleading people. It's...
I'm going to wrap up, I promise. I had a girl, literally, I bring this up because it still breaks me that it wasn't technically my enrollment, but the fact some coaching had to have broken down somehow with me for this to have happened. And it still breaks my heart today. I had a girl who enrolled somebody for free. Like it was like no products. Okay. Just the enrollment fee was all she could afford.
Seems like nothing wrong so far. It was what somebody could afford at the time.
Well, this chick, we do her onboarding. She's like, yeah, I'm going to get a customer. I know probably some of you guys have done this. You just got to get a customer to qualify you. Okay. So this is what happened. This girl's like, I just got to get a customer. Da, da, da. So she starts inviting to her QIQ. She's super coachable, by the way, like really cool chick. She needed this money. She was really desperate for it. And it wasn't because she was careless with her money or like
I wouldn't have thought that. Why was that your first go-to? Is that she was desperate for money because she's careless with it? That's not what I thought.
Was in a situation. And I took it very personally because I take on people's whys in a good way because it fuels me, right? So I'm like in it, I'm ready. We present, got a couple people on, blah, blah, blah. She makes her first post, goes nutso. She gets a ton of interest. They funnel into her next Zoom. It was really, really good. And she starts signing up ambassadors. So we're super excited. We screen them properly. We make sure that doesn't happen. They're all coming in at 100 PV, so she's good. 3 weeks go, well, don't quote me on that. It was either 2 or 3 weeks, but it was getting kind of close-ish to the end of the month. She had the overall volume for builder and then pro and then past executive. She was at 2,100 OV with multiple personal enrollments. You want to know what happened? She starts digging into her dirt list to find a customer. Oh, wait, they don't exist. Hence why she's in a horrible situation, very bad situation at home. She has no one to turn to and needed this money. Makes a post trying to get a customer, kind of using some of the old ways she used to post. Nope. Nobody wants to be a customer. Want to know why? Because they want to join her team. Because she had influence, mass influence. And because the person that enrolled her didn't get the proper coaching she really should have gotten from me, I take full ownership. Something broke down. She wasn't commission qualified and homegirl never made the $750. She wasted it because she couldn't find a customer.
Doesn't seem like it was her problem. But yeah, you're saying she wasted it because she did things wrong and maybe she didn't follow the way you should have done it. But also the fact that, like, she turned to an MLM and a desperate need for money. That's where she went wrong.
That literally.
And I'm not blaming her. She was probably talked into it. She was probably manipulated into it. She was desperate. And that's why a lot of people do join MLMs is, you know, they'll say you can get the money that you need. You can get yourself out of a desperate situation. I did it. You can do it too. So all these buzzwords, all these testimonials of people getting out of their desperate situations. I am, again, having a hard time with words right now. No wonder people who are in those desperate situations turn to MLMs.
To this day, what I did for her outside of that is neither here nor there because I did take responsibility for it, but not everybody's in the position to do that. So that's why I don't always tell that part of the story. She missed out on $750 and her team didn't because they all came in the right way. I am unwilling to set people up for failure in our businesses under the assumption that they can just get a customer or they'll order next Friday. It's not fair. And that's what I tell people. I'm like, I would not be doing my due diligence as a leader for you if I sign you up for $0 right now. It's not happening. You can become a customer. Let's do it this way. And then they either take the out. Now, are there some exceptions when they're like, no, but like literally, I just get paid tomorrow. I will literally buy. I just want that spot top on your organization because there's placement leverage and things like that. Totally get that. That's normal. That's business. Trust your gut. And we trust you guys. Use your intuition. Trust your gut. Just know it's a big one-off. Big one-off. I've had one girl in my entire organization make any sort of money who came in with just the fee. One. And I know exactly who she is, seeing her name, and she did actually end up quitting. But she did make a couple checks, so that's probably all Q is made for her, and that's fine. Okay, last.
You say that's all that was made for her? Jeez, it's just the way they talk about other people who got out or maybe weren't as successful or did something different because it's what they knew or what they wanted to do, and just how they talk down to them. That's how I see it. Just they talk down to it, and she almost feels like she's just sorry for them, that they didn't get where they should have gone. And don't worry, you'll be different. The person that I'm talking to, you're different. You're not like them. They did it wrong. You'll do it all right, and you'll make all the money that you're supposed to, because that's what every income disclosure statement proves.
Okay, lastly, I want you guys to be yourself and don't let go too much of your skill set with social media and the things you bring to the table. Because I love watching you guys and I learn from you. And I don't want you to just become little Q Sciences minions that only lead with the business, even though you might love our products. I love when you guys do the unboxings. I love seeing you guys do like day in the life and you're making your greens and you're doing this, you're doing that. Like people in Q that do that well consistently, I'm like, oh, every time it makes me want to up my game. Like I got to show patterns of like what I make greens every morning. And, you know, Cassidy on Brittany's team always throws her Q core pills up in the air and catches them in her mouth. It's like a fun little game. She doesn't even say what she's taking. She just does it. And it's like so inspiring. It's so cute. It's so fun to have these little patterns of what they're taking. But what's cool about what we do in Q, and this is why I want to encourage you to do it, is do it in a simple, easy, duplicable way that people don't have to have massive influence to do.
Wow, never heard this tip before, ever, in any other MLM. Q Sciences is truly unique, and I've never heard this.
Just little simple boomerangs of the greens or little simple things they can do to work the products into their life and showcase their life. But then be, as Jake would call John Wick style, be an assassin and weave the business throughout these things still so that you're attracting leaders. What do I mean by that? Oh my gosh, I love this Q core. I'm going to throw these pills up, blah, blah, blah. I know you guys always ask me when I'm throwing pills up in the air and catching in my mouth. It's these products that my husband thinks I'm a crazy person if I don't take. Like legit, I feel different. I remember things less. I lose my debit card less. You do your thing, right? And like TMI, I'm like on the toilet regularly for the first time in my life. So holla, needed that. But you know what's so crazy is I'm not even the only one. Here's where it comes in. I'm not even the only one in our whole company that loves this product. It apparently works for everyone because it's in 85% of our entire company's automatic reorder. Like they put it on their subscription because they can't live without it, even though subscription isn't even required. Isn't that crazy that this kind of product would be like the number one selling product? Like that's what I love about it is I know I have such a high retention business when I share this product with others. Ding, 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 ding. Leader is going, oh man, that would be nice to have a product that's so demonstrable that works, that's 85% of people order on subscription and retain. But you're still just sharing the product. So you could get a customer, you could get a leader. Does that make sense? So weave those things in, talk about the sleep spray, how it's the number one sold unit, talk about the products specifically that are so demonstrable, work so quickly, you're getting results quickly because of it, which gives you a long-term retention business. You want to highlight the benefits of the PC program. Oh, I love it. You know, they get rewards, they get this, they get this. Say this, say, you know, what's so amazing is as a business owner, I have an entire department at our Q Sciences corporate office that helps retain my customers for me. Like, it's not me, myself, and I anymore, you guys. Like, trust me, you're my customer. I'll take care of you. You're going to probably get bugged by me because I'll send you a thank you note and I'll send you samples and all the fun stuff and you get rewards and all that. But my company literally gives you money back guarantee, all these rewards toward free product. You get your own customer service team. I can't even call them. Only you guys can, apparently. Like, oh, it's so nice to have that 50-50 partnership. So I'm not.
Wouldn't it be nice, though, is that if it was your own business and somebody had a problem, you could deal with it hands-on all the way instead of being like, sorry, I can't, you have to call customer service. It's like, well, I thought this was your business and that you would be the person that I would contact because you're the one that sold it to me. It's like, no, you gotta call customer service.
Partnership, so I'm not drowning anymore. wink. You see what I mean? See how it can be put in? So still do what you're doing, just weave the business through so you can attract the leaders that you need so you can maximize on the timing. So anyway, I hope nobody took this like weirdly, like I was knocking your previous company or anything wrong with how you guys were doing it, because you wouldn't be the legends you are without everything you did and all that you created there. But it's just different here, and the time is different in the industry as a whole. So that's why I think it's smart for us as leaders to pivot, just like our owners do, like when needed. So love you guys. I appreciate you. I got to get back on the road, but thanks for having me. Hope that's helpful.
Now you guys know why I'm obsessed. I love you. Thank you.
Love you guys.
I don't even know if you got to see the chat, but it was like the best thing I've ever read.
Oh, thank God. They weren't like, shut up. We didn't do that.
No, half of them are trying to get you to move into their home. All right. I'll get the recording out.
I love it. Bye, guys. Love y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Q Sciences lady, because the main one just talked. Okay, so I learned absolutely nothing different besides the fact that Q Sciences, I do believe they are totally different, and taking all of the common ways that MLMs promote their business or try and get people to buy the products and trying to do it in a different way that is still the exact same way. Like weaving the business idea in and of your Instagram stories and posts, not unique. That's what a lot of MLMs do. And I mean, we see with a lot of, like, or at least I will let you know that when looking up different people in MLM companies, and I know what MLM they're a part of, it doesn't say on their social media anything with the company name. So to me, that's being misleading, and they know the negative stigma of MLMs, and they believe that if they get somebody interested in the business idea and maybe in love with the idea of the products, and then they will mention what the company is. So they'll get somebody in love with it first and then drop it on them that like, oh, it's actually this MLM company, and just kind of hope for the best that the person isn't going to be like, ah, damn it, I'm out, as they should do. But the way that she makes it seem is that they are different, and that what you're doing in your previous MLM, aka It Works, was all wrong. You guys were way too product focused, MLM focused, and you really need to be business mindset focused, which business mindset focused sounds a lot like everything else they do in MLMs, because in other MLMs they say you need to be a business owner, you need to have your business mindset, this is a business. So it's not any different than any other MLM like she will make it out to be. Yes, is she telling you to not do these certain cringy posts that It Works tells you to do? Yes, but then she will give examples of what she does, and to me, it kind of sounds similar to what they were doing in It Works, just worded differently. So, does Q Sciences think they're different? Yes. Is Q Sciences different than any other MLM out there? I don't think so. Alright, you guys, this was a long one. I feel like I have not sat down and recorded one this long in quite some time. So if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really, really liked it, please subscribe. Let's talk anything and everything Q Sciences in the comments below. And until my next video, I will see you guys then. Bye!